I don't know. It's just, I mean, marijuana is legal, so she can do what she wants. I just prefer not to, I guess. I mean, she doesn't see him. Honestly, she doesn't see him enough. So, it could be 2 months, 3 months, and then it just never occurred to me. Honestly, I just didn't. There's no reason for it. I just didn't.
So you just testified that she doesn't see him enough. Is that accurate?
He has not shown up. Yes, correct.
But she said.
You didn't put it like that. You said she doesn't see him enough.
Yes, she did not see him for 2 or 3 months. She doesn't see him.
So you believe that it would be in his best interest that she see him more often than she does?
100% more often than once every 3 months. Yes, I do. I do believe that's in Jaden's best interest to see Kaylee more than one time every few months. 100%.
I think you said since November she's only missed one visit. So that's
Correct.
definitely more than once every 3 months. Isn't that accurate?
Yes, that is accurate.
Do you believe she should see him more than 2 hours twice a month?
In the future, yes. Currently, no.
When you talk about the future, what are you talking about?
I don't know, when she starts showing up, when she starts putting Jaden as a priority, when she starts building a relationship, when Jaden wants to be there and he can be attentive and enjoy his time.
But you said she has been showing up since November. She's only missed one visit.
Right, but the visits haven't been healthy. Jaden had said it's the worst visit ever. She cries for 45 minutes. She takes him and runs him around the park and says, let's hide from Ting. She tells him all these bad things. And what she doesn't understand is that builds a lot of distrust when it comes to her and his relationship when she says negative things about me. I would like them to have a relationship. I really would. I mean, I've done everything on my part.
I haven't heard you testify that she said negative things about you.
It's in the paperwork that we submitted.
This issue of her running around the park, have you addressed that in the text message with her?
Yes, I did.
Go ahead, John. I'm sorry.
About how much longer do you have?
That's a good question, Your Honor. I don't have much longer for Ting. Probably less than 5 minutes.
All right, continue, please.
Okay, thank you. You had made some statement. I'm not sure if it was just a perception, but I'm going to try to clarify it. When you were talking about the CPS placement, you had referenced that CPS placed Jaden with Rex and you. Was that an accurate representation?
Well, Rex is his father, so they placed him in legal terms with Rex, but they spoke with me frequently. They came to talk to me, and they vetted me because Rex and I are living together.
Okay. What was the year that you said that Mark showed up for a visit, Jaden's grandfather, and that Jaden didn't know who he was? What year was that?
2020 of November 2020.
What month did they give Jaden to Rex and take him from Mark?
November of 2016.
Did Mark not see Jaden for 4 years?
He saw Jaden one time in 2020, June of 2020.
How about between 2016 and 2020?
No, not after he was placed with us.
They blocked his. She blocked.
Is there some reason you didn't coordinate and make sure that Jaden was going to maintain a relationship with his maternal grandfather, whom he had previously lived with for 2 years?
Yes, he didn't want a relationship with him. He said that it was too difficult. He said that he needs time to heal. And so Rex and I had at the beginning wanted to continue that relationship, and we had told him this was in 2016. He told us he was moving. I don't know if I can say that, but he told us he was moving to Northern California, and we had said, maybe during Christmas we can come and visit and bring Jaden, and you can visit with Jaden and stuff. And he turned us down. He said no, it's too hard for him. And then, yeah.
Okay. So I'm just going to try to sum this up. It's your understanding that the J case, the CPS case, closed, making custody orders, giving custody to Rex, right? Full legal, sole legal, and physical custody. Isn't that's your understanding? Is that accurate?
Correct.
And that there was a supervised visitation order, or an order that Rex was allowed to make a determination about visitation, and that at the same time, Kaylee was supposed to be completing some plan upon the closing of the case. Is that your understanding of the case so far?
No.
What was your understanding upon the closing of the case?
My understanding is Kaylee had the opportunity to finish her case plan, and she did not. And therefore, the case closed with Rex getting full legal and physical custody with supervised visitation up to his discretion.
Okay. And then after that, he used his discretion to give guardianship on a temporary basis to use 1 6-month period after another.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
I'm curious, during that period of time, why you didn't try to establish a permanent guardianship.
Because we don't really know the law, right? We just only know what to do with Jaden, how to raise him, and what's the best interest, and to do the right thing by him. I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a judge. Like, we don't know the legal things. We didn't even know there was a thing where, oh, hey, you can, file for guardianship and this and that. We just knew, we only did the temporary guardianship as a placeholder. So when he travels, Jaden is covered. God forbid he gets into an accident or he falls and needs to go to the hospital. We just only know precautions that we need to do for Jaden.
Yeah.
So,
when's the last time that Jaden saw his father?
Jaden saw Rex in 2000, at the end of 2019. He hasn't seen him in 2020 because of the pandemic.
Okay. And in the year 2019, how many times did he see him? Didn't he move around July of 2019?
No, during July 2019, we were still playing the World Series of Poker, so absolutely not. He was in town. He didn't move until, I would say, end of September.
Okay.
We are going to text
Your Judge, I have no further questions.
Counsel, Mr. Hoffman, I know you may have some remaining questions. I have a guardianship meeting at noon. I have another matter scheduled for trial at 1. I have tomorrow available. If counsel, you are all available tomorrow. Mr. Hoffman, you may need to check your calendar. Please let me know if you're available in some or part of tomorrow to finish up.
Your Honor, unfortunately, this is Gary Zernich. I have a motion hearing in the morning, and then I have another trial in the afternoon. That's tomorrow.
Tody?
Judge.
Let me ask everyone about the 10th in the afternoon. That's Wednesday.
Judge,
No, I can't do it on that date. I'm not available. I've got a Supreme Court settlement conference.
Friday the 12th at 1:30.
I am definitely out of the jurisdiction on Friday, Judge. I apologize.
Monday the 15th at 9 a.m.
I could make that work.
Mr. Zernich.
I have a hearing at 10 a.m.
What's the hearing for, Mr. Zernich?
That's what I was trying. That's what I was trying to think.
I have a hearing at 10 a.m. as well.
All right. Do you, gentlemen, when you look at that hearing, do you think that we could start at 11 or 11:30 or even noon on that day?
And I have another settlement conference in the afternoon on that date as well, another Supreme Court.
I was going to say yes.
All right. The 16th, March 16th.
I'm open the whole day.
I'm open the whole day, so now it's up to Mr. Hoffman.
Mr. Hoffland.
10, 10:30, and 1:30. All motion hearings.
10:30.
All right. So what if we took Mr. Hoffland on that day on the 16th? And my concern is I don't want to get too far away from today, right? I want to keep the testimony fresh and moving forward. I really think this is probably our longest witness. We have already introduced the vast majority of documents. And so I don't know that we have too much more. And I think that counsel, you could target that testimony really easily. Could we start at perhaps like 8 on the 16th and then take a break when Mr. Hoffland has to take his hearing at 10? Does that work, or is that too early for you, Mr. Tody?
8 a.m. is fine, Judge. No problem. You can
Mr.
start earlier
Zernich?
if everybody else can.
Well, you know, I could, right? Because I'll still work on justice court time. I'll make you start at 7:30, but I was trying to be slightly reasonable, Mr. Zernich.
Your Honor, that would work for me. And the good thing about the Blue Jeans, well, we take the break. We're all in the office. We engage in whatever work we need to. So I'm thumbs up to that idea.
Okay, so let's start on Tuesday the 16th. That's next week at 8 a.m. That's a little bit early, but I appreciate everybody joining us then. That way we could get in really a good 2 hours, hour and 45 minutes before Mr. Hoffland has to take a break and go to another hearing. Mr. Hoffland, what's the nature of that hearing on Tuesday the 16th? Don't tell me it's for temporary orders or something.
No, it's not. No, it's just a crazy case regarding child support.
Okay, so whenever you say that it's a crazy case, that makes me think it might take a little bit longer than the ordinary calculation. And you know I'm not a big fan of the new calculation. I think you need a scientific calculator, and that's just too much. So, Mr. Hoffland, perhaps what we'll do then is we'll hope we'll be done by the time you leave at 10, but if you don't leave at 10, maybe someone in your office could send perhaps like an email to Mr. Zernich and Mr. Tody and to my department, just letting us know the status so we're not just all hanging around staring at each other.
Beautiful. Will do.
Or maybe we just say, we'll come back at 1. But you have another hearing that afternoon, you said, Mr. Hoffland?
Yes, at 1:30.
Okay. Well, maybe we just work right through lunch and get it done before that 1:30.
Beautiful. I'm fine with that.
We could go 12 to 1:30, and that should be more than enough time, I think.
And when I get called for my 10 a.m. hearing, I will ask for priority. I'll have my court call.
Who's the judge, counsel?
It says Department H, but I believe it may have been changed.
Okay. So if anything changes, Mr. Hoffland, in the interim, should that you resolve this issue or it be continued and you don't have to do that 10 o'clock hearing, will you please send an email to Mr. Zernich and Mr. Tody and to my law clerk so that we can anticipate that change?
Absolutely.
I would appreciate that. Mr. Zernich, Mr. Tody, and Mr. Hoffland, thank you today for your time. Do you have anything else I can do for you?
No, thank you, Judge.
No,
We'll see you back on that day. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thanks, Judge.
Bye.